All right, if you're learning Portuguese, you know the struggle. That moment you hit the wall. Two verbs for to be, ser and estar. When on earth do you use which one? It's a classic puzzle, I know, but today we are going to crack it for good.
So let's just jump right in with a real-world situation. Let's say you're talking about a friend. Do you say ela é simpática or ela está simpática? And look, this isn't just some boring grammar quiz. Your choice here completely changes what you're saying. Are you asking if she's a genuinely nice person, like as a core trait? Or is she just being nice in this particular moment? Getting this right, that is the secret to sounding like you actually speak the language.
So what's the secret? How do you figure this out every single time? Well, it all boils down to one simple but really powerful idea. Let's call it the golden rule. If you can get this one thing down, everything else just clicks into place.
And here it is, the big secret. It's all about essence versus state. So SAR, that's for the permanent stuff. Things like your identity, where you're from, your profession, the core characteristics that don't really change. Think of it like the DNA of a person or a thing. Now, Estar, that's for everything temporary. Your location, your emotions, how you're feeling. It's like the weather report for the day, not the overall climate. Just lock that idea in your head. Permanent versus temporary. That's the whole game.
Okay, so before we can put this awesome rule into practice, we gotta have the right tools, right? So let's quickly run through the essential conjugations. You gotta know the words before you can use them.
Here we go. You can see the patterns right away, right? Eu sou versus eu estou for I am, or ela é versus ela está for she is. Now, feel free to hit pause here and just soak this in for a minute if you need to, but we're going to get our hands dirty and start using these right now.
All right, enough with the charts and theory. The absolute best way to make this stuff stick is to see it in action. So let's dive into some real-life examples.
Okay, first one up. Ela é enfermera. She is a nurse. So think back to our golden rule. Is being a nurse part of her permanent identity, or is it just a temporary state? What do you think? Ser or estar? And the answer is ser. If you got that, nice one. It's ela é enfermera. So why? Simple. A profession is considered part of your identity. It's what you are, not just something you're doing for a few hours. This is a textbook classic example of when you'll always use ser. All right, ready for another one? O tempo frio hoje. The weather is cold today. I kind of gave you a clue there. So permanent identity or temporary condition? What's your gut telling you?
You got it. It's Estar. O tempo está frio hoje. And the reason is pretty obvious, right? It's a temporary condition. It's cold today, but who knows about tomorrow? It could be sunny and warm. It's the weather report, not the climate. A perfect case for Estar.
Okay, so doing these one-off sentences is great for practice, but the real magic, the real test, is in an actual conversation. Let's listen in on a quick dialogue and see how native speakers just effortlessly switch between these two verbs.
So Maria starts with ¿Cómo estás? She's asking how Zhuang is doing right now. How are you feeling in this moment? That's a temporary state. So, estar.
And Zhuang replies, Eu estou bem. I'm doing well. Again, it's how he feels at this moment, another temporary state, so he uses estar too.
Then Maria says she's a little tired. Now, being tired, that's definitely not a permanent personality trait, right? It's a temporary physical state. So, of course, she uses estou.
Next, Zhuang asks where she is. ¿Dónde estás? Remember what we said. Location is one of the big ones. It's almost always going to be estar.
Okay, pay attention, because here comes the big switch. He asks about her friend, ela é simpática. See that? He switched to ser. Why? Because he's not asking if she's acting nice. He wants to know if she is a nice person, deep down, a permanent personality trait.
And Maria confirms it, sticking with ser. Sim, ela é muito simpática e divertida. Yes, she is very nice and fun. She's describing her friend's fundamental character. It's just who she is. See how they bounce between the two so naturally? It all comes back to that one simple idea, permanent or temporary.
All right, you've seen the golden rule, you've seen it in action with examples, you've even seen it in a conversation. Now, to really make this stick, it's your turn.
Just look at this. It's a perfect little snapshot. Eu sou professora. That's my profession.
It's part of my identity, so ser. Eu sou belga. That's my origin, where I'm from. Also ser. But then, eu estou em Amsterdão. That's my location right now. Temporary. So, estou. And eu estou cansada. That's how I'm feeling today. Also temporary. So, estou. See how you need both to paint the whole picture?
So here's my challenge for you. Right now, how would you describe yourself? Give it a shot. Try to make one sentence using ser for something that's part of your core identity, and one sentence using estar for your current state or location. The moment you can do that without thinking too hard, you haven't just learned a grammar rule. You've really unlocked a fundamental piece of the Portuguese language. You've officially solved the puzzle.